Today I'm going to attempt to reshoot the hood, try and get a paint job on it. If I don't like today's paint, then I'm going to strip it back to the model and start over. So hopefully it turns out. I don't want to have to go to that bother, but like I say, I'm not going to sand it out another time. If I don't like it, I'll just strip it to the steel and go from there. So anyway, I'm going to start mixing paint and get ready to shoot another coat on it. First coat, I'm only going to put 2 coats on it. That looks pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy with it. I can still see a little bit of the metallic flaws from the previous paint through the new paint, but we'll shoot a second coat on it and hopefully that'll clean it up and it should look good. I think I'm going to call that good. That's 2 coats. There's no modeling or whatever you call it. It absolutely looks fantastic. There's just a slight amount of orange peel right in here because my spray gun was running out of spray paint when I got to there, but it's minor and that'll buff. I don't want to go around and put another coat on it and screw it up. I think we'll just call that painted, and then I'll just give it a light buffing when it's cured for a month or 2, probably in the fall, or maybe next winter. I'll just buff the whole car out, and that way the paint can cure really good. That's important to let enamel cure before you buff it. I like to let it cure at least 30 days. The longer the better. Super happy, like I say, no modeling or whatever you call it, and it just looks stellar. Super happy. We're going to call that good. Yeah, the paint's starting to flow out. It's still slightly, can you see, I just leave little fingerprints in the edge there, so it's still flowing out and it's looking better and better as it cures. You know, it takes about half an hour for it to flow out really good, and usually the second coat I usually wait sometimes 45 minutes to an hour depending on the temperature between coats. It was 72 in the garage when I started spraying, and it's about 68, 69 outside, and I used a fast dry reducer. Probably should have used a medium dry, but it's looking absolutely amazing. I'm happier as it's curing. It's looking better and better. So I've been working on the back of this, and whoops, hitting the planter there. I had to put a little filler right here where that one little dent I just couldn't get out, and then I put filler in that joint just so it would look a little bit better. And I've been sanding on the trunk floor. Now mind you, there's a lot of sanding dust in here. I was doing this in the garage and I didn't want to blow it out and stir dust up in the garage. So I'm gonna, while the car's out, I'm gonna finish cleaning that up, get my DA disc and finish feathering and sanding out everything in here that I can, and then I can clean this mess out and I won't have it in the garage. I might even sand in there a little bit. And this side doesn't need much because, you know, that is new sheet metal on the outside. You know, this is where I repaired the quarter panel, and so that's all brand new sheet metal right down to the bottom, and so that just needs painting. But I'll sand back in here and, you know, just kind of make it look nice. I'm going to paint this channel all up so it looks nice. There's a little filler right here in that joint, factory filler, so I put some more there. You can see this is all factory filler, but basically everything is sanded out to the rear of the car, so I gotta sand the inside of the trunk and sand this out. I need to get the trunk lid off, and I sanded this and ground the heck out of this. My memory card filled up, and then when I went in and put a new memory card in the camera, I looked for this for probably 10-15 minutes before I realized, oh, I left it on the tripod. Getting back to where I was, I put an acid on this surface rust and it turns it black, and then I got to clean it off with some water, and then I'll sand it out really good again and prime it with zinc chromate primer. All this is sanded up in here. I can't, the tripod legs don't let me tip that's as far as I can get it. I'll take camera off the tripod when I get done with all this and show you everything. But yeah, it's really pleased with the way it's moving along. So if I get, and I haven't made any video because, you know, I don't think you want to watch me sand this stuff out. It's just kind of ridiculously boring. But we'll get the trunk lid off, and you can see some factory Bondo there that needs to be cleaned up, and the joint there, and same with this side. And I put a bunch of junk in the car so that I could paint, so I got to kind of clean out before I blow the car out with, you know, with the air to, when I'm done sanding. An airplane, oh my god. I can't remember the last time I've seen one of them. Forgot what they, oh look, there's a jet up there too. Wow. I have not seen a jet or an airplane in the sky, and I can't remember when. Who would think, huh? Alright. Yeah, that's even looking better. Wow. That looks amazing. Super, super happy. It's, oh yeah, it's still tacky. Still a little tackier than what, it wouldn't be ready for another coat if I was going to recoat it. I'd have to let it dry another probably 15 minutes. And, but that's flowing out super nice. Really, really super thrilled with it. That's better than any of the paint on the rest of the car, I think. That came out nice. Yeah, I'm not going to take any chances moving anything around or sanding or doing anything on the Galaxie outside or in here, because I want to take that junk out of the Galaxie and bring it in, but I don't want to stir dust up. So until that paint's ready, dry to the touch, I'm not moving anything around. Yeah, another thing nice too is I don't see any dirt in the paint. I'm holding the tripod out over it. I'm standing about probably a good 2 or 3 feet from the hood. I don't want to get any dust or dirt. That just looks super, super nice. I can't emphasize that enough. I'm really thrilled with the way it came out. I hope the rest of the car turns out as good or better. So it's 70 today. Tomorrow's supposed to be down in the 40s with wind chills in the 20s. So I think I'm going to clean the hood hinges up and get them ready to paint so I can put the hood back on. And I took the garden hose and washed this, all that acid off. And you can see that it's pretty clean up in there. And so I'm going to zinc chromate. I'm going to sand that out again and then zinc chromate prime it. And then basically the back of the car, I fixed where those seams are, and there was some stamping wrinkles, you know, that were from the factory on both sides there, you know, because this is the joint for the panels, where this panel and this panel attach. And you can see when they stamped them, it wasn't pretty, so I prettied it up. And same with this side. This side I just add a little filler right there, but no big deal. And we'll get to town on the rest of the hood hinges. Oh, and I got that somewhat cleaned up, and the rest of the trunk floor cleaned up a little bit more, so I can work on this in the garage now by hand. I don't need the machine anymore. And I'm gonna try and get some of this paint ordered. Hopefully I can get some online. It's like I need zinc chromate in a quart, and I need that spatter paint in a quart, and of course the paint store is closed for obvious reasons. So see if I can get it online and get this thing cranked up and back in the garage. I'll do a little walk around here. Seeing this is going to be a short video, give you something a little more to look at. And the interior on a nice 70-degree sunny Today would have been a perfect day for top-down cruising, that's for sure. And that is dry to the touch now. Yeah, it came out. I'm so happy. So happy that that came out good this time. I really didn't want to strip it. And so I put 3 coats on it originally, probably sanded 1.5 off, and put 2 coats on, a tack and a final, which is typically what you do with enamel, acrylic enamel, a tack and a final. But I usually do maybe 3, a tack, and then a second, and then a final. But I'm super happy with it. It'll look nice once that's back on the car. All right, I'm going to get that cranked up and back in the garage. I'm calling it a day. So if you like my video, definitely hit the like button. If you want to see this cool old Galaxie looking like new again, subscribe to my channel. And thank you for watching.